We're going to talk a little bit about snakes, what to do, how to prevent, how to treat, all kinds of good stuff here on today's live show. So for those of you who haven't watched before, the first few minutes of this live stream is going to be talking directly about the subject so you guys don't get bored because we're all chit-chatting. And then after we talk about the subject for about 30 minutes, 15, 20, 30 minutes, depending on how much information I have, then we will hang out in the chat room in the little comment chat and the side chat, and we'll just hang out there for a little bit and chit chat. So let's get started. I'm gonna get so it's springtime is here, and along with spring we get mosquitoes, we get spiders, we get all kinds of insects and bugs and animals, and that does not exclude snakes. So why are we talking about snakes today? Well, my brother-in-law was working in Abilene, down in Abilene, Texas, a few days ago actually, and I get a phone call from my sister asking me if I wanted a snake, and I said sure, heck yeah. So long story short, they caught a snake and cleaned him, and well, it was pretty good dinner that night. So what to do in the event that you let's talk prevention first. All right. So let's say you guys were out hiking. We're out doing our little daily hike in the woods, having all kinds of good fun, and what do we want to be prepared for snakes? Well, there's a couple of different things. There's several different things that we can use to prevent snake bites. First thing is there's this thing out there, they're called gaiters, that they actually wrap around your leg. They're really hard plastic, and they wrap around your leg, and they help in the case that you do get bit by a snake, that the fangs don't go through the plastic. So that helps with keeping you from getting bit or getting cat, go away. Keeps you from getting bit in the event that you do get struck by a snake. There's different kinds of gaiters. They have some that are plastic, hard plastic, and they wrap around your legs and they close around themselves. They're pretty tight. I like them a lot better than the zip-up ones that they look like kind of like a turtle shell, and they are wrapped in a nylon fabric type stuff, and they zip up and you can wear them like that as well. I'm not a big fan of those as much as I am the hard plastic ones. And they also make shoes or boots that actually go up almost up to your knee that help with protecting against snake bites. So those are a couple of options that you have in the event, in case you guys do go out in the woods and you do come across a snake. Now, there's another couple of things that are out there. Let's talk snake bite prevention or snake prevention in your area. For example, around your home, homestead, wherever you are, in any place you are. There's a couple of home remedies that you can use. They say mothballs will run snakes. Mothballs and soaked in water, mothballs and this, that, and the other. I've heard mothballs all the time. So that's one potential option. However, if you do have animals around, you do not want to, I don't know if you guys heard that flock of birds just flew over squawking. How you doing, Kaylin? How are you tonight? Things are going good. We're talking a little bit about snakes. Spring's here, so snakes are going to be here too. So if you have any ideas, let me know. The animals, your pets, can't handle the mothballs. I don't know what the chemicals are, but they say it's really bad for their kidneys and their livers. So that's something you might want to consider if you do have pets. around your house, whether it be guard dogs, sheep dogs, cow dogs, or just lap dogs. So it's really something you really want to take into consideration. You can also go to Home Depot, Lowe's, any big box store, and even Walmart, and get some snake repellent. And that will also help. So there's a couple of things there to prevent snakes from entering your property. You can also get some animals. I know guineas, chickens do. I've actually seen chickens mouse hunt. So guineas, chickens, any kind of animals like that will also run snakes. Let's see. I'm not too sure of any natural plants that keep snakes away. That is something that I will be looking into a little more in depth later on in the future. So now let's talk what happens if you do get bit by a snake. There's a lot of things that you have to do in a split second. In the event that, for example, you're out mowing your yard and you do get bit by a snake, because that has actually happened here where I'm from. So that's something to not take lightly. In the event that you do get struck and bit by a snake, you really want to try to look at the snake without taking too much time. If you look down and see that it's a rattlesnake, look around the rattle to see if it's a timber rattler or a diamondback or whatever else kind of rattlesnake it could be, depending on what part of the area you're in. You really want to try to get to know your types of snakes in your area: cottonmouths, copperheads, rattlesnakes, anything like that. That way, in the event that, once you get to the hospital, you can identify that type of snake to the emergency department. That way they can bring the correct type of anti-venom, to where you are and try to help you that way. In the event that you do get bit by a snake, the first thing you want to do is calm down, try to keep your heart rate low and slow. Do not panic. If you are out hiking in the woods, walk, don't run to your vehicle. If you're in an area where vehicle can come into the area and pick you up, that is your safest bet. Do not call 911 and wait on an ambulance. Call 911 and tell 911 that you are on your way to the hospital. That way, if they happen to be able to carry anti-venom, they can meet you halfway between you and the hospital. Also, make sure that, again, you want to know what kind of snake it is so that they can bring out the right type of anti-venom. If you do not have... if you're in an area like mine, which is very rural, and cats like to knock over cat food bowls off their cat condo play area. But anyways, if you guys are in an area where cats, I'm already mad. If you're in an area where your hospital is very rural, very small, you may want to possibly have them contact a helicopter ambulance service or an air ambulance service to transport you to a area or a hospital where they may have anti-venom. Or if they have to helicopter in the anti-venom, then you have that option already en route. A couple of things that you can do that you can buy from the store to help with snake bite. One thing in particular that I stand by, only because that's the only brand that we are required to carry on the ambulance. Anything else is not allowed, is the extractor. And the venom extractor you can actually get at Walmart. And it is something that is very, very emergent to have. If you do get bit by a snake, you want to apply that immediately, and you want to continue on with keeping your heart calm, keeping yourself calm down, and getting to a hospital very quickly. There are several different things that could happen that could go wrong in a snake bite situation. You could have an allergic reaction or an anaphylaxis reaction to that snake bite, which could cause a lot more problems than just the snake bite itself. If there are any things that you do not know about, always look them up. It is never a good idea to tourniquet the area where the snake bite is, because that can make things a lot worse than they already are. And you don't want anything to happen other than what you're fighting with right now. So there's a few things. Those are a few ideas that you guys can use to your advantage. If you guys have if you guys out there have any options, any ideas, any thoughts, be sure to leave them down in the comments below, and that way I get more ideas for myself as well as all of my viewers as well. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. If I don't know the answer, I will look the answer up and then talk to you guys a little bit more about it. So that's going to be it on the subject. I appreciate you guys watching. We are going to we're going to hang out a little bit for just a little bit longer. See if anybody wants to join us in chat here in the side. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Let's see, bite restraint gaiters. Yes, I did mention the gaiters earlier, the leg gaiters. So those are some options that you have available to you. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to drop the subject now, and we're going to go on to chat and see if anybody else is out there. So if you guys like this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think. If you guys think I missed something, let me know so that I can be educated on that as well as my viewers that are watching this. Be sure to check the comments down below that there may be some ideas that I missed. So thanks a lot, guys. Stay safe, keep prepping. Kaylin, how are you doing tonight? Let's see. I have got a headache. Horrible headache. I'm good. Iowa YouTuber meeting next month. All right, that's awesome. Unfortunately, I had to miss our Oklahoma YouTube meetup this year. I believe it was last month. But I plan on, I'm not quite sure what Plant Based Outdoors is doing on that subject, but we are planning another one already. I've talked to them about planning a meetup closer to my area, where in the area where I live, there's a lake nearby. It's a Corps of Engineers lake, and they don't really charge per person. They just kind of charge you by the space. So if you get one camping spot, you can have as many people there as you want, and if you think you need another camping spot, you can get another camping spot there. And so we're just trying to we're just trying to look out for stuff like that. Yeah, he actually did organize the March meetup. It was his idea. Put peppermint essential oil on the spot of the headache. It will knock the pain out. It will knock the pain down a notch or 3. Yes, that is correct. Unfortunately, I don't have any, but this will help as well. Put it on the temples or along the forehead, which I'm going to do. That will help with headaches as well. So And plus, I like the smell of this stuff. It's like that Head-On, that stuff that looked like a glue stick that you could apply to your forehead to help with headaches. It works just like that. And it does help quite a bit. It helps me at least. Oh, hopefully this doesn't cut out my feed. It won't even let me open it. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes, and if we don't get anybody else in here, I'm going to get off here. Yeah, that's what it looked like. I'm only showing one, but I think it's because I'm actually on my phone. This is my phone, and that is my laptop. So I'm actually watching, so I can watch the chat a little bit better on my phone, or on my laptop rather than my phone. So it could just be me and you, but I've got a little bit of a headache. I've been trying to get a hold of some cutting some wood. So I'm pretty tired. I'm hurting. I've had a tree fall on my leg. A buddy of mine just sent me a message on the Face Space. He says, see. Yeah, I will here in a minute. Oh, there it is. Winco Foods has pre-made hardtack crackers. So for those of you preppers that are interested in things that don't necessarily go bad, Winco Foods has pre-made hardtack crackers for those of you who don't want to make it, or in my case, don't have an oven to make it in. But he's got me a video. I've never been to Winco Foods. I don't know what it is, but he's showing me. I guess they have a whole area where it's just bulk items that you can actually get out of a barrel yourself, and load it up in a bag and taken, I guess, buy it. So we don't have one where I live either. So he's in the Dallas area right now, I believe. Not quite sure. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it right here, Kaylin. I'm going to clean this mess up that the cat made. Cat jumped up and knocked his cat food all over the living room, well, all over my shed floor. So I'm going to have to clean that up and get some rest because I'm hurting pretty bad today. All right, Kaylin, I appreciate you stopping in. Thanks for the advice and the hints and tips as well. So I will be back. I will try to be back online Thursday evening again next week, so that we hang out and chat. So I don't plan on having anything to do, but I probably will. So I'm going to try to make time for that. Kaylin, I appreciate you coming in, hanging out, and anybody else that's still watching, thanks for watching, guys. Everybody stay safe. Keep prepping. Have a good night, everyone. I'm going to try over the